yeah. You free smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what we have. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's Brit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's Brit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant, look, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment, energy up my body burning. My stomach keep on turning, stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it. You gotta give it all I got, this for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, babe, must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm tryna find out. Say I got sex appeal, I think it's cause I work out. Gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's Brit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's Brit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And down it goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not great starting field position as well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold over the middle. He's got Watkins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Darnold from the gun. Looking here for Schmidt downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for the Chargers. 46 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First carry for Raheem Mostert, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
He's brought down.
They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
They got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Looking here for Smith downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Touchdown. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mostert. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Mostert. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Justin Jones brought him down. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Mostert, toss left side. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Airing it out deep for Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mostert. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Here's Mostert. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's Mostert. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. These two teams all tied after 1.
At the 14-yard line.
One more time with Mostert. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal.
A 32-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Drake. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Running from the shotgun to Dre. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get the tackle, Marcus Gilbert, 2nd-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida. On 2nd down, it's Dre, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Shedding the tackle. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll run the toss to Mostert. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Newton. The open man is Smith. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Now Newton on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. He's got it at the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards from down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 23-yard attempt.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll set them back 5. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 28-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down, you win second down, and guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. He'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first down throw, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Second down and 10, Darnold. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
By Chase Winovich. A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Going deep here for Watkins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Hill on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
7-yard line.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now Newton. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second down at 6 now from the 42. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 29, Newton. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. From the 37, they work on second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Once again, it's Mostert. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brought down by Vic Beasley. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Tucker with the extra pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
25-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. Traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
1st and 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Browns drive about to get started. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sail, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A handoff running left is Mostert. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton gets this one to Hill. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
But it brings up
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
ball carrier. He was brought down by Vic Beasley. A pickup of 2 yards. And the Browns first down.
Ready, 20.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And going deep for Hill. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's second down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Mostert. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Again, they'll run it with Mostert, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Newton. And that is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Uncorks one for Dick. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Taken in the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, the teetering right there on the break, aren't they?
Right now, it's SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Newton to throw. Looking long for Thomas. He's got it in. Complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On 2nd and 12, Newton will get this into the hands of Mostert. Newton's given 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. They'll try and run with Drake, and he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
Browns 37, Chargers 29.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
3rd down.
From the gun, here's Newton. Completes it to Hardman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Mostert. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 9. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
After the interception, here's Darnold. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
At the 9-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. It oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And they'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Fights loose. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Here's Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Levante David in on the tackle.
David. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On second down, Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
He was brought down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Off play action. Newton. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Browns 44, Chargers 37. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
At the 29-yard line.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And it is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Complete. He finds Bray. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now it's Darnold. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now a dip. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and he took the ball off course.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
That's such a close game, a very big one. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Kenyon Drake with time running out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. And he will not get into the end zone. The defense makes the stop of the game on the 2-point try, and they might just get out of here with a win after all.
For the Chargers.
This is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Today's final.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.